Hello, and welcome back to this Trails of Cold Steel 2 Let's Play with me, SLJRPG. In the last episode, we made our way through the Terror Shrine here, and got ourselves the Zemurian ore after a fight with the magical knight Direwolf. But, without any further than this, we are going to make our way back to the entrance, and back to the Courageous, to see what's going on. We will of course be completing all of these areas. The more Zemurian ore the better. But let's make our way out of here and see what's happening on with the Courageous. Speak to Beryl. You can feel the spirit's power coursing through these ruins. Are you going to come in with me? No, apparently not. Okay. We need to leave this area. So let's get on our bike. See whether we need to head actually out of this area full stop, or if we have to just head back to the Courageous for an event. I think we might just have to head back to the Courageous. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Return to the Courageous and see what's happening. Upon returning to Courageous, they already carried the Zemuria ore they obtained where George was waiting. So this is Zemurian crystal, huh? It's even cooler than I thought it'd be. Brought Rebecca a real treat this time. We couldn't believe our eyes when we saw it first. What do you think? We think we'll be able to make a new weapon for Valamar? It's hard to say, honestly. It seems really difficult to work with, but it's a matter of getting enough of it to make something with it. I feared as much. I imagine this will be enough to make a tacky. Hard to imagine that this will be enough for Valamar to use in combat. I doubt this will be enough for the precious smith to help out either. We're going to need to get more. There are 3 other spirit shrines in Eastern Erebonia. Get through the other trials and we should have enough. Make it sound so easy. Feel free to volunteer if you have any ideas. Okay. This will be a piece of cake. Enough now to feel me feel how to work with it. I'm going to need to get a proper workshop on ship. My brother would have no objections. Thank you, Your Highness. We'll get right to work. Would you mind helping me out, Rean? You'll be the one to carry whatever we end up making into combat, so it helps to have you there. Certainly will be. Choosing George will make the main story conclude. So, can we... We'll make our way through. We're just gonna... Do we need to go get some more ore? Can we do that as an option right now? Or are we better off doing these? Maybe we have to do them at another time, but I think probably better to continue the story from here. So let's help out. So, turns out this is a workshop for creating a turfy. If you want a chance, I really appreciate it if you help me out. Of course, can help them out. We've done all of the unfinished quests. Thanks. Do you think you can bring me tools over from the Orbital Factory? We can do. Began remodeling the ship's hold. In the process, a little exhausting. Didn't take too long before they were finished. Oh wow, look at that. So this is the old sword, right? This should work for now. Let's see if we can process the Zemurian ore. Just want to get a feel for what it's like to work with, give you a string of sword to use in the meantime. So, 1 bit of ore we're going to use to strengthen what we've got. Together we work reinforcements obeyed. Despite the task being simple compared to the entirely new weapon, working with Zemuria was hard even for George. So Zama helped They reported his efforts, and eventually, on the 24th, we're getting very close to Christmas, if that's a thing in this universe. We should have a reinforced sword for Valamir, slightly stronger for us to do. So I'm sure we'll get a better chance. Whoa. The new bait is quite impressive. Came out pretty well. The base weapon is still the same as the soul dance. Feel the mana radiating from it. It's significantly keener edge than before. Thank you very much. You managed to process that stuff. Hunker Chrysolite must have been a real pain to work with. Wouldn't have been able to do it if not for your guys' help. It's a real test of combat efforts. I'm not sure our contributions compare to what you've done. I'm grateful for it, and I'm sure the battles ahead are going to go a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We certainly are lucky to have George on our side, the real MVP.
Oh, you're all still here.
This means something is probably happening bad.
Toa?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible. We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge.
Okay.
It's Celdic. Celdic?
What happened to Celdic?
It was set on fire.
Not good.
By the Quartzen Provincial Army. What?
This means it's done under Alborea, Duke Alborea's orders.
What?
Eustace, his father, of course. Not a good. Trails of cold steel too. They set course to Celdic and hurried there as fast as they could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation, including Instructor Sarah and Eustace. So these are the twos that we're having to bring for this mission. Who is weak on levels? Laura needs to come with me. Elliot probably needs to come as well. And then Elise to fill up that last spot. Confirm. Same day, Celdic. Raising of a place is a pretty bold thing to do. As shit. Truly shameful. Undeniably. This is awful. How could they do this to such a lively town? Grand Market seems to have taken a blunt of it too. The fact that this was all the work of the provincial armies themselves is distressing to say the least. It certainly is. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around. We should pay a visit to both the market and the armored fort. We certainly did. Should. Always talk to the cats. So let's head first into Celdic Capel. Speak to, I believe Rean should be here. Or rather, there seems to be an injured room full of members. Louise. How's she holding up? Has she been given medical treatment? Father Isabel's attended to her, but apparently the blow to her head was so strong we can't be sure she made it. This is a direct attack on the people of Erebonia. It is not good. At all. Got to know from the visitor where the cock whenever she was in town. I'm not going to be able to do anything for her staying here. I see how things are going elsewhere. Right. Oh, Eustace. Truly probably has the worst. The guilt is true.
I hope Louise will be okay.
I'm sure we'll see.
She wasn't the only familiar...
Nope. Wasn't the only familiar face either. Indeed she wasn't. Feels like doing a solemn run over. Let's go speak to Otto. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Don't tell me. Otto. No. Why, Otto? Please come back. No way. You're all from Thor's, correct? You fell victim to one of the Celdic attacks while evacuating townsfolk, I'm afraid. I did everything in my power to save him, and yet... I see. Wow, we're getting all the deaths here. How could this happen? The market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town, but now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. It's just to prove that. Why did things end up like this? What am I even supposed to do? I've seen a lot of things that everyone thinks that Rean's a really shit character on the Trails subreddits. I think that's really unfair. You know, you can be tropey at time, but we're playing a JRPG. Like, I think it's very... I don't think it's a fair reflection of Rean's character and, you know, his ambivalence, but he has a lot of stuff. I don't think it's as cut and dry he's stupid as people make it out to be. But maybe I'm just a sucker and a fan. Eustace really not aiming for this. Really not aiming for this at all. As we have one more person here to go talk to. As we can see, there is Elliot Craig, Neidhart, and Instructor Claire. Let's see what they have to say about the situation. Elliot! Dad, Major Neidhart. See, the RMP is here as well. Thank you for coming, everyone. I presume you were all contacted. We came as soon as we heard. Is it the work of who I think it is? It's as you suspect. Look at you, says Sick and All Forlorn. This was done by none other than the Cruiser Provincial Army Soldans. That's absurd. For what reason? Seems as though they have no issue with razing the very lands they're meant to protect. This can't be real. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently they worked through a gap in our line of defenses at Twin Dragons. According to that report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks too. Duke Alboret has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind an attack on Ymir too. Explains a lot of things. Razing towns like this is one of their specialities. We've arrived in the scene as fast as we could, managed to fight them off while evacuating the townsfolk, but they had already retreated towards the Breahard, formed a defensive line by the time the 4th Division arrived. The townsfolk readily accepted us after the provincial army was forced to retreat from Twin Dragon's Bridge. It's clear that they intended to punish them for it as an example to others. There's no excuse for what they've done here. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility.
They certainly do.
But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Rufus said that. The fear that this attack has instilled in the townsfolk seems to be a testament to those words. Thanks to the Soldans, it's safe to say they exceeded in their aim. We of the RMP felt somewhat powerless before them, especially when we can prevent that fatality. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Regardless, we plan to strengthen our defenses here, while preparing to countermeasures against Breahard. Advise you keep your distance from Celdic for a while. To engrave this hard sight into your minds, however, do engrave this hard sight. It's no mere conflict. It's a war. An all-out war. Never forget that. Dad. Well, goddamn. Pretty big deal. Let's head back then. I don't know if we're just gonna be able to stand behind and do nothing, of course. But the devastation is real. Got a decent grasp. Should we head back? I'm gonna return to the Courageous. Rean. Where's my family? They're all safe and stuff, right? Becky, Hugo. We told you to wait on board, didn't we? Sorry, but she insisted. You expect me to sit about knowing what's happening to my own? I can't hurt. My family's safe, right? What about the market manager? Your family's alright. We saw them at church. I can't say the same for the market manager, though. Now you're having a laugh, huh? Wait. I've got it, Rean. I'll make sure she returns to the Courageous. Thanks. We'll make our way back out first. We have a lot to discuss regarding what to proceed from here. Indeed. After leaving Celdic, the Imperial Army's hands, they went back to the Courageous. Proceeding both Otto's death and the state of Celdic proved to be difficult. They did have to face it. Only after Becky and Hugo returned, they decided to take off. Thomas Lysander.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
Certainly is.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
Or it's not
I think
Rufus.
it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways. Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
He is.
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace.
How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace.
Indeed.
This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
He's not usually so very well thought out.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you, and I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
Indeed.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Always knowing something.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum.
And it's no longer a choice.
What just happened in Celdic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Highness.
All right, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan. We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
We have to take Brea Hut. Or a military base near Brea Hut.
Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No.
Put the call up on the screen.
We need to talk.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus?
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly.
They're probably not a fan of it either.
Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Celdic by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Celdic was instigated by Duke Albarea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
So that's one.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along
Okay,
with him.
there we go. Into Auroch's fort is
With
where we're
the
going to have to
aid of
go.
the Imperial Army, you want to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
Let's do this.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward. But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you.
Between a rock and a hard place.
I've said my part.
But we've got what we do need to do.
And Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's board of directors.
Indeed. That's him telling us where he is as well. It's a big...
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Albarea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
Now more than ever.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Albarea myself.
Indeed.
And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Go on, give him a hug, Macias.
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
You know you want to. With that, we began preparations to apprehend Duke Albarea. Duke Albarea's actions against Celdic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. With that fact as a justification, Class 7 chose to call on the aid of the 4th Armoured and the RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled on the following plan. First, the 4th Armoured would attack Brehard's northern line of defence. Meanwhile, the RMP would attack the southern line of defence. This would give Class 7 the opportunity to attack the fortress using the Courageous' relatively limited opposition. Once the fortress was under control, they would attack Duke Albarea, effectively completing their mission. So, with our new fancy sword as well, ready to go. While all this was being finalised, the remaining touches were put to Valamir's refined sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much needed data. Very nice. The next day came for the operation to begin. A Christmas Day fight, ladies and gentlemen. A Christmas Day fight. Taking Auroch's fort. So, Well, fine, time silent. Is everyone ready to go? Of course. Can't let Eustace down. Eustace is going to have to be appreciated. Of course you do. Try and focus your force on the operation for now. You can worry about other things later. Sounds like everyone's fired up and ready to go. Certainly does. It's been our first chance to test Valimer's newly fortified weapon too. How did it turn out? Great, actually. Like Gloria said, today's operation makes it a perfect chance to test it out in battle. Good way to iron out the kinks. The more data I have, the better it will work when it comes to making that touchy. Smart that they're doing this. So, let me know as soon as you're ready. The sooner the better. I'm coming with you. Don't sit right me have you go up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. No problem. And the other one has got to have come. It's temporarily increased. So we'll take Elliot. We'll take Laura. We'll take Gaius. And we'll take... There you go. To advance the story, we'll speak to her. We will do that, but we do have some things we need to do first. Namely, Orbital Factory Hold. Speak to your boy. Let's see how he does. Modify Augment. Quartz. Yes, okay, so what do we need? We need an action 3 and an attack 3. Insufficient Sepith, that's annoying. Do I have enough to do an action? As I go right past it. We do. So at the very least, we're going to try and... We can't, unfortunately, get that one, but what we can do is get a speed orb there, so we'll take that. And set an orb. Speed orb 3. And we'll leave those ones on there. Okay. And then we've got to find some people in different rooms. So let's go to the computer room. It's the cards room. We don't care about that right now. Into the computer room. Oh, I could show him the monster guide. Increase that, and then the other one, of course, is speaking to Vidello here. Make sure that some pictures in Kellogg. Hopefully we can prevent challenges like this. Nicely done. Then we need to speak at the sword training capacity. Speak to logins. Sword. Logins, talk to him. Character notebook added. Nicely done. And then lastly, on the bridge. Lind is the one to speak to. Acknowledged. Gather she's holding up okay. She seemingly is doing A-okay. So, without lists, let's go ahead and commence this operation. So let's go ahead and commence. You guys ready? Equipment and perfect order. Valim is ready to commence operation.
Everyone, commence final preparations. Depart for the agreed location. Once there, we're on standby until the assault begins.
Yes, ma'am.
Departing for the agreed location. We'll keep watch for any threats from the ground.
Here we go.
Course to the Courtson province secured. Courageous, full speed ahead.
Go, go, go!
The massive starship or airship piloted by the students is ready to go. Okay. Commence operation. Take Oryx Fort. 11:50. What that could that be? This sounds like a full armored assault. Not the best place to start a war. It's Craig the Red. It's time to blast those pieces of metal into trunk. Units 2 and 3 advance. Back up Unit 1, dealing with the enemies at the front of both flanks. They're eager to meet the same fate as Celdic did. Let's give them what they want. Come in. Brayhard's south entrance. Do you read me? A little busy at the moment. We're under attack from south of the cruiser. It's the RMP. A two-pronged assault. You didn't little. You had a chance to put these dogs down for good. Keep it gradual retreat. We'll force them to call for reinforcements. The battle on the north side of the city should have begun by now. It's in your hands, Class 7. Indeed it is. What is Duke Alberea doing? If only Lord Rufus was here. So in come the reinforcements that are needed. And this should be the point now for us to assault Oryx Fort. The big boy. Okay.
They attacked the city from both sides? Those shameless fiends! Is there still no response from the Pantagruel?
I'm afraid not, Your Grace. We've been trying repeatedly, but we've yet to gain contact. The same remains true for Lord Rufus's personal ship as well.
Damn son of mine. Surely he isn't planning on casting me aside? I thought Eustace was the only useless son I had, but I see I was mistaken. Regardless, we must make the best of what we have and repel those intruders. See that my will is done.
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh shit, he's got McBurn.
There's a sad sight. Man, if I'd known things were gonna pan out to be such a mess here, I would have gone to where the 4th Division is.
Remember, we're not to even think of trying to fight in any of this war's major battles. We belong in the shadows, and as such, that is where we shall remain. Leave the battles that will be recorded in history's pages to others.
You're too uptight for someone whose only job now is to sit and do a whole lot of nothing. Hell, didn't you just get back from Crossbell? If we're just gonna be sitting around anyway, you might as well relax.
Well, I can't deny I have as little interest as you in being here. But interest or no, this is work!
Here's Scarlet.
Looks like I'm not the only one who doesn't want to be here. Then again, it takes a special kind of person to want to help someone who has no problem burning his own territory to the ground. Still, as someone whose own life is about to burn out, perhaps this is where I belong. May I manage one last moment of beauty before my flame burns out completely.
Oh god. Is she on a suicide mission like Vulcan? It would seem that way.
Was that?
Certainly was.
crimson wings?
This is Alphen Rysay Arner, speaking from on board the Courageous. We have come to arrest Duke Alberea on suspicion of ordering the destruction and razing of Celdic. Please surrender peacefully.
Your Highness. Ah! So the attacks on Berea Hard were merely a diversion?
Indeed.
No matter. Shoot them down. Back off!
In comes the big boy. And we've got our friends in tow.
The Ashen Knight? Too late!
Gale.
Impossible!
I mean, it's certainly getting stronger.
Thanks for clearing a path, Rean.
Wow, reinforcing it with Zemurian ore really did make a huge difference.
Their defenses are weak. Now's our chance to rush inside.
Right.
Don't get ahead of yourselves now.
Oh god.
That sounds like...
Scarlet. She's got a big version of the Templar sword.
They have a new model Soldat?
The high-speed knight, Kestrel.
Hello, beautiful children of Class 7. It looks like our time to fight has come once again.
Indeed it does.
Scarlet? Scarlet, is that you?
Not a fan of you suddenly showing up. Oh well. I still owe you for managing to escape from us back at Gorelia Fortress.
I suppose so. But for what it's worth, I just don't care.
She only wants to go after.
Past encounters. I don't care about the Noble Alliance, and I don't care about what happens to this country.
What do you care about?
What do you mean?
I have no reason to want to cling to life. See punish the man who stole everything from me just to put a railway through my homeland by putting a bullet in his heart. That was all I lived for. Now it's done.
Rean knows
Right
this.
Now I'm nothing but a walking corpse searching for a place to die.
She wants Rean to do it.
That's why I've come to see you, Ashen Prince.
Oh god.
You're the perfect opponent for me to fall in battle against.
She's acting just like V did.
She certainly is.
She's lost the will to live as well.
What a spoiled child.
Okay.
Still, you're all welcome to join me if you want. This Kestrel Soldat was designed for pure speed. And I'm going to be pushing it past its limits and flying it straight to hell where V and G wait. But there's always room for more passengers on the trip. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
I'm guessing we will finally get to know.
If it's a fight you want, I can grant you that much. But I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I won't let anyone else so easily choose to die.
If you think you can stop me, go right ahead and try, Ashen Awakener.
Here we go.
This will be a tough one. Be careful.
Ugh. So when it's in this position, we go for the body. What the fuck?
Right.
We know they're the best.
Sorry, would you mind?
All right, let's get this started.
Let's do a thundering roar. If we can take some of the speed down, it's going to make a big difference. Nice. Strength and speed down. Okay. My god. Nice, okay, we finally hit it. We're gonna follow up. We'll go. I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is. This thing's speedy, but doesn't seem to hit that hard. I think we just gotta let it hit us, to be honest. At least that way it gets our CP up. We'll deal with that. Let's do another Thundering Roar. Speed and attack down. Nice. Only a 1 there. Keep on trying to attack his body to get those hits. Follow up, follow up. See if we can get a third. We can't. God damn it. Attack once again. My god. Still only hitting us for 1 here, so that is good at least. Okay. Another Thundering Roar. Oh, come on. It's starting to get infuriating. Even if she is just hitting for 1. Nice, get the follow up. She's now down to half. The 1 there is fine. Okay, so there's a moved or changed stance rather. At this point, we need to aim for the head. Oh, come on. A 0.
Leave it to me.
We'll do 1 more Thundering Roar and then we'll charge on the next opportunity. We're going to do one of these to try and impede that statement. Nice. I'll take that. Save some of the ones where we can. Go for the head. Get the follow up. Fuck him up there.
That's it. Just a little more. Okay.
We'll charge. Nicely done. Oh, wrong one. Chose the wrong one. It's fine. We're going to get this counter, which is okay. So we're still... Only does 3,000. At this point, we aim for the arms. Oh, come on. We'll take it. Aim for the arms again. Nice. We're not going to do the finisher right now. We're going to do the finisher one there.
My turn. I'm counting on ya.
I'll show you how it's done.
I just want to see what this does. Chivalry runes. Let's try that out. It takes a whole bunch of stuff down as well, including their defense. Dark Fencer. Slightly annoying, but not the end of the world. Attack with this. Oh, come on. We're okay. Managed to get this whole fight without... Managed to do this whole fight without healing, which is quite nice. Though if this thing just keeps on smacking us, I'm going to be very annoyed. Here's another Dark Fencer. We're okay.
You're not out yet. Keep going.
Here we go. And then Unite.
Follow me. Leave it to me. Go! Sacred
If only right to use useless here.
This can't be happening.
It certainly can be. It's kind of what you wished for. Is it not? Nicely done. The grand collapse.
He did it.
Nice work, Rean.
I can see why you were C's classmate.
Well, we're friends, probably more likely.
He fought just as wonderfully as he does in his Azure life.
Interesting. We're getting
now
there.
I can go with no regrets.
This is bad. Watch out, Rean. Pushing her Soldat for that kind of speed put a huge strain on its orbital engine. At this rate, the same thing that happened with B's gonna happen here too.
I won't let that happen. I'm not going to stand back and allow anyone else to die. Not if I have the power to stop it.
Go on, Rean.
We're doing this, Valimar.
Acknowledged.
He's learning. Did he get the right part?
Rean!
There really is no end to your recklessness.
Is that our Soldat's cockpit?
Yeah, looks like I managed to separate it in time. I want to check to see if she's alright in there just in case, though.
You put on a good show, Rean. All right, everyone. We're going in.
Right! We need to do this while Dad and the others are keeping the soldiers from
I have
the
a
fort
feeling
occupied.
that they may have had
We will go
to
and
trick up
assess
their
the
sleeve.
situation inside. Follow as soon as you are able.
I will. Take care, everyone.
Our objective is to infiltrate the fortress and apprehend my father, Duke Alberea.
Interesting.
Remain on guard at all times.
Let's hurry.
Let's hurry.
Class 7, Group A, advance into the fortress!
Here's the question is, do we have a holding cell for them?
How is she, Valimar?
I detect vital readings from inside. Her life appears to be in no danger.
This should do it.
She's gonna try and stab him right away.
Are you okay?
Why did you have to?
I was so close. So close to being reunited with them.
Sorry, but I wasn't about to let that happen.
Indeed.
I can't pretend to know everything about the life that you've led. But based on what I do know, I don't believe it's okay for that life to come to an end like this. Accept justice for what you've done, and then find a way to atone for your crimes.
You really are soft.
He certainly is.
Looks like she passed out. Still, I'm glad I made it in time.
Same here.
Oh shit.
It's Ordine!
It's Crow.
How long have you been there?
Oh, how cute. Did you come because you were all worried about your friend?
You got me. Still, I wasn't expecting you to try a bet with stakes quite that high. Did you even stop to think for 1 second about what would happen if you got caught in that explosion?
I wasn't thinking at all, to be honest.
Yeah, just one foot in front of the other.
Still, if I can't win a bet like that, what chance do I have of winning against you? Right, Crow?
Fair enough. Well, thanks. Oh, and reinforcing your weapon with Zemurian ores, not a bad idea. Just know that you're gonna need to do more than reinforce some old sword to match up to Ordine. So, you know, keep working your way through those trials.
Is he gonna take...
Oh, and that was some fine work you did making it, George. Can't wait to see what the final product looks like.
I think you'll like what you see.
As for the two of you, Toa and Angelica, looks like you've really gotten the hang of flying that thing.
I don't think there are many students out there who can learn to handle a cutting-edge cruiser in a couple weeks. You two are nuts.
They certainly are.
It was nothing. We can't afford to take forever getting used to a ship when we've got a troublemaker like you to bring home.
Just you wait. You'll be coming back to us. I promise you that.
That's the old end goal, isn't it,
And
for
I
them?
hope you're ready to be on cleaning duty until graduation as a penalty for worrying us so much.
If you think you can do it, go right ahead. You still got a long way to go before you can defeat me. But I ain't gonna complain if you actually pull it off.
Is he gonna take Scarlet? No.
Okay, time to get back to work. Your classmates must be waiting inside for you by now. You should go after them.
We'll get Valimar back on board the Courageous and keep watch here. You can count on that.
Good luck.
Thanks. We'll be back soon.
Who's gonna take Scarlet? Who's gonna take Scarlet? Fuck me. Who's gonna take Scarlet? My God.
Stop right there.
Here come the Jaeger Corps.
If it isn't the Northern Jaegers. Step aside. Our business is with Duke Alborea, not with you.
Indeed.
Afraid that's not gonna happen. We have orders to take you into our custody, Usus Alborea.
What does that mean?
And for our homeland of Northumbria, we intend to do just that.
Northumbria State? That's even farther up north than Nord.
Mm.
I know little about it, though, other than how virtually inhospitable it is.
Because of the salt pike.
Some things just don't change.
Sarah Valestein? I wasn't expecting to find you accompanying our target. I was aware that you'd made quite a name for yourself as a bracer by the name of Purple Lightning.
But I see the rumors about you becoming a teacher at that academy were also...
Is that where Sarah's really from?
Do you know them, instructor?
Yeah, afraid so. We go quite a ways back. I don't intend to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. There's no doubting that the money you raise is vital to the people back home. But right now, being an instructor to these kids comes first. And Erebonia, not Northumbria, is my home now.
Interesting.
So I don't care who it saves. I'll show no mercy to anyone who dares to burn my home to the ground. I'll make damn sure you can never do anything like that ever again. So let's go. I'll take all of you on.
She might be tough, but do you honestly think you can fight us by yourself?
Probably.
This is crazy. It's too much for one person to do alone.
I won't allow it. We'll help.
Nuh-uh. I want you all to stand back and leave this to me. It's time for me to settle what I failed to do 6 years ago.
They're finding out some backstory here there.
Very well.
It's time to make you regret turning your back on your homeland and leaving us.
Oh.
Let me show you why I'm called the Purple Lightning.
And here's what is happening here.
Off we go.
Sarah can now use Northern Limits, which we've got there in big toll. So let's go ahead and do this. That's a cool ass S-craft. It's gonna take out all of them. Oh, almost. As soon as you get here, you're gonna die. I'm afraid. Hand grenade. Don't think it's gonna do much. If they keep on hitting me, we're gonna keep on having.
I messed up.
Impossible.
What? Okay, so we get the epiphany.
Show you why I'm called the Purple Lightning. Off we go.
So what we should do here is use this. Do we have anything to increase strength? Take the strength up. Do this. We'll see how that goes. How am I meant to win with all of these if I just don't have a chance to attack? Is the issue. Epo heal's fine. Okay. Northern break. Oh, come on. How am I meant to win? You get the miss.
Bring it on.
I need something which hits them all. There we go. Thundering Vortex. Okay, that didn't work either. This is annoying. This is annoying indeed. I'm going to retry.
Let me show you why I'm called the Purple Lightning.
Okay.
Off we go.
We've got the epiphany here.
Leave it to me.
It feels silly to do anything else rather than this, right? So let's just do this, and then we'll hope that we do okay. We fucked up 2 of them, which is good. This might be easy for us. We'll get some RNG for us there. Firecracker there, that's fine. We miss. A counter should do good.
Okay.
Take these, try and take out 2.
Impossible.
Now it's just 3, which should be doable. The only problem is this defensive bullshit. Hand grenade, miss, please. Nice. We'll take it.
Leave it to me. I'm gonna slice you up.
Thundering Vortex. Takes out.
Leave it to me.
We do this and take out 1. Nice. Another Northern Break. It's okay. Misses. We get a counter. The poison as well is good. Miss and we get a counter. Okay.
Okay.
A flash.
You didn't see that coming.
And we take out Sarah like so.
We're burning daylight.
We certainly are. Now level up for Sarah.
I've got this.
You got this indeed.
What's going on?
How did you withstand all of that completely alone? Unbelievable.
It looks like you've grown even stronger since your days in the Corps.
Well, is that all you got? Go on. Fight me. I can take it. So try your luck as long as you want.
They don't want to kill her, probably.
Serious?
Instructor.
What's come over you?
Vengeance.
I've had enough. I see no point in wasting any more time fighting with a wounded lioness.
This battle's dragged on long enough. I think this is time to walk away. Our contract with the Kreutzen province is hereby complete.
Are you allowed to simply abandon your contracts like that?
Yes.
We've worked enough for the money we've been paid. We're not in the business of doing unpaid overtime.
Farewell, Valestein.
We'll see you soon.
We may meet again, but it won't be during this war.
I sure hope not.
We're withdrawing. Disperse and make your way to the agreed location.
Yeah.
That could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Indeed, and it was all thanks to the complete and utter lack of sanity of our loving instructor.
That's one way to put it.
Where do they get off calling me a wounded lioness anyway? I'll show them a lioness, the bastards. Still, I really wish you guys hadn't seen me that way.
Not what you want to see?
I don't want you to know my background either, but not much I can do about that now, huh?
That's why you and Fee get along.
So you were just like Fee?
Indeed.
Yep. Once upon a time, I was a Jaeger too. A member of the Northern Jaegers, to be exact. That was 6 years ago, before I became a bracer. During my time there, I ended up being saved by Colonel Beatrix. That was what led me to break out of the group.
Wow.
Mm.
I guess you have your fair share of burdens to shoulder like the rest of us.
Yeah, and I think Northumbria is a very poor place, right?
All this was a long, long time ago.
6 years, not that long. Time for you to go back to the Courageous, though.
You've contributed more than enough already. Leave the rest to us.
Okay. Maybe I went a little overboard in that fight. But you know what? It paid off. You won't need to worry about Jaegers on your way to the Duke now. He should still be somewhere in here. Find him, and do what we came to do.
Indeed.
Understood. And you stay right here and rest. We'll be back before you know it.
Let's go and find my father.
And I think this is probably a very good place to say, if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time in Trails of Cold Steel 2. Peace.